What the fuck? We are back with the What the Fuck podcast. This is episode 17?
16.
Shit! Fuck!
That was the
16!
most energetic you've been on the podcast in the history of the podcast.
Oh, that's sad.
Another Austin self-embarrassment moment. We're here with episode 16. I am carrying the show with all the topics today because Austin just could not seem to find any topics. So
I have some topics.
I had most of the topics this time. So, uh, I have at least 6 or 7 topics to talk about. Austin has like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to go first with the topic, or do you want to start with the topic?
I want to start with Charlie Sheen.
Alright, why do you want to start with Charlie Sheen, of all people?
Well, mainly because I just want to talk about like the Charlie Sheen situation that happened about 10 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like reminisce about the shit. So Charlie Sheen was obviously on Two and a Half Men.
Mm-hmm.
Very successful show, and it was at its 8th season. And he was getting to where he would not show up to the tapings, or he would show up very intoxicated or drunk or just fucking just destroyed mentally, to where like he actually had to do more scenes sitting down and standing up to even
Jesus.
remember his lines. But then they got fed up, and they the person, I can't remember, I think it's Guy Moon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in that category. But he makes all like the sitcoms for fucking CBS and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He took him off and replaced him with Ashton Kutcher.
Damn.
So, in response to this, I don't know if you know all the shit that's happened to Charlie Sheen since this. First let's go on his fucking rampage that he had for 2 years, where he would just bash the Two and a Half Men. He would bash everybody. He would say he was winning. I'll even give you a couple quotes from Charlie Sheen, actually.
Oh, God.
Let me... Okay, here. Okay. I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it, you will die. Your face will melt off, and your children will weep over over your exploded body.
What the fuck?
The best way to not get your heart broken is pretending you don't have one.
What the fuck?
I am winning. I am, but I'm not. I don't get paid bi-weekly. I get paid by winning. Oh, God. Oh, man. My super ninja awesomeness
What?
makes it to where I'm winning.
What?
Something he said. What the fuck?
My super ninja awesome. What?
Oh God, I'm trying to look at more. Jesus Christ. I was banging 7 gram rocks because that's how I roll. I have 1 speed. I have 1 gear. Go.
What? I'm so confused. What?
These are just... Oh... Dad kept us out of school, but school comes and goes. Family is forever. That's actually something.
I suppose.
You can't process me with a normal brain.
What the fuck? So, I don't. Why?
I mean, why is it a toothbrush and not a teeth brush? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my fucking what? When did he say these things and why? What?
When the 2 years that he went on this fucking rampage, I've got magic. I've got poetry at my fingertips.
Jesus Christ.
Dying is for fools, amateurs.
Apparently, Charlie Sheen came to get Austin.
No, I'm here. Oh my god. Nice guys finish last. Awesome guys finish on her face.
Oh my god.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Oh my god.
I'm still alive, which is pretty cool.
What?
You either love or you hate. You live in the middle, you get nothing.
I'm so confused.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
What the
In
fuck?
my defense, cocaine is fun. Oh my god, dude. Let's listen to some Charlie Sheen quotes, because there's a video.
Oh god.
Is coming off as erratic.
Right, well, you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah, because it fires in a way that is, I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm. If I'm bipolar, aren't there moments where a guy like crashes and it's like, oh my god, it's all my mom's fault? Shut up. Shut up. Stop. Move forward.
When was the last time you used?
I use a blender, I use a vacuum cleaner, I use, household items. When was the last time I ingested or took drugs?
Yes, when was the last time you took drugs?
Such an AA stupid expression or term. I don't remember.
Tell me about the last time you took drugs.
The last time I took drugs, I probably took more than anybody could survive. You know.
What are we talking about? How much?
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
You don't worry that you're going to die taking that many drugs.
Dying's fools.
Are you worried you're going to relapse?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not going to. Period. The end. I blinked and I cured my brain. That's how. Everybody has the power. It's because everybody, can't is the cancer of happen.
But you love to party.
I mean, what's not to love?
How do you...
Especially when you see how I party, man. It was epic. The run I was on made Sinatra, Flynn, Jagger, Richards, all of them just look like, droopy-eyed, armless children.
Sheen now lives with Natalie Kenley, 24, seen her as a Marijuana Magazine cover girl, and Rachel Oberlin, 24, also known as Brie Olson, a porn star, and one of many Sheen has a shine for. So let's party.
People say it's lonely at the top, but I sure like the view.
Sheen calls them
my
his
god.
goddesses, and their exploits have been fodder for print, TV, and online tabloids around the world.
An international sensation. These are my girlfriends. These are the women that I love that have completed the 3 parts of my heart.
Natty and Charlie have their own special connection. I have my own connection with Charlie, and then Natty and I also have our own relationship.
It's no secret that you have an affinity for porn stars.
Well, wow, listen to that statement.
Why?
Well, look at what they do. Look at what I do. Duh.
No, you say duh, but I don't get it. What is it?
It's exciting, it's fun, and you already know what you're getting before you meet them.
Because you've watched them.
No, because I'm guessing right. Well, of course. What's not to watch? They're the best at what they do, and I'm the best at what I do, and together it's like, it's on.
What goes on in Sober Valley Lodge?
All things beautiful.
Do you ever worry about them and the things that you've been through and how it'll affect them?
I mean, I could worry about it, or I could say, hey, kids, your dad's a rock star.
What makes you a good dad?
Everything. Next question.
Are there any drugs in this house?
If there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately. Ooh, drugs in the house. Ah, wrong time. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
my God.
It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off, and your children will weep over your exploded body. You're dealing with a Vatican assassin. Sorry. What does that mean, you're wondering? Whatever. It's just a joke. People take everything so literally. How about I tell them I'm a high priest, Vatican assassin warlock. I'm hip on. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Where do these words come from, Charlie?
Those words that sound cool together. It comes from my grand wizard master. I don't know, man. Stuff just comes out and it's entertaining. It's fun and it sounds different than all the other garbage people are spewing, you know?
You have millions of fans.
I have billions of fans. No interest in that. I don't care if he's my dad. Back off with your judgment.
Some are saying that you're bipolar.
Wow, what does that mean?
I guess that, you're on two ends of the spectrum.
Wow. And then what? What's the cure? Medicine? Make me like them? Not gonna happen.
That was a video of Charlie Sheen quotes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Is he still like that now?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's Charlie Sheen drunk at a Taco Bell drive-thru.
Awesome. Come meet her. She's a big fan. What's your name? Jaden. Yeah, I'm Charlie. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm so fucking here. No, you're cool, man. Hi, Sheen. How are you? What's your name? Samara. Hi. Awesome. You're rad, man. You guys are in a fight. No, we're not fighting. What's up with that tattoo? What's that tattoo? Which one? That one right here. Hell yeah. Why not? Crush it. Go Reds. Yeah, ripping. You're hilarious. All right, man. Thank you. Right on. Cool. Gary, what's up, man? What's going on? Let's go. You holding his hand? No, we're fine. We're fine. Awesome.
That was Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Charlie Sheen.
Okay, so after all that, he kept going for Ashton Kutcher and shit, because he took his spot in 2.5 Men. And basically just kept going on and on and on until there was rumors that he might show up for the finale, and then he didn't. So then after that, he showed up in a Lil Pump music video.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And now he looks like he's aged like 20 years. Like, it's... Oh my... I just want to read more of these quotes. Oh God. See if there's any more that's good. I'm trying to... Well, while I'm looking for more quotes, tell me your opinion on this.
I mean, I only knew Charlie Sheen from 2.5 Men. And I never really knew any of that. I knew he was a druggie, but that's about all I knew. I didn't know.
Oh, he also
like
has
that.
AIDS as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great. That just adds to it, I suppose.
Okay, I'm 0 for 3 with the marriage thing. So being a ball player I believe in numbers. I'm not going 0 for 4. I'm wearing a golden sombrero.
What?
Oh my god. Oh god. On his honesty. I think honesty not only shines through in my work, but also my personal life. And I get in trouble for being honest. I'm extremely old-fashioned. I'm a noble man. I'm chivalrous.
What?
Oh god. I have a 10,000-year-old brain and the boogers of 7-year-olds. That's how I describe myself.
What?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Oh, this is on if John Stamos was going to replace him on 2.5 Men, which didn't happen. I like John, but he doesn't have what I have, and the show sucks if he's on it. Sorry, just speaking the truth.
Jesus Christ.
This is him on his addiction. I closed my eyes and made it. Oh, we've already heard that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, this is about him not being worried about 2.5 Men's indefinite hiatus. Well, I mean, first of all, come Wednesday morning, they're gonna rename it Charlie Bros,
Oh
and
my God.
not Warner Bros. Duh, winning. It's like, guys, IMDb, right? There's 62 movies and a ton of success. I mean, come on, bro. I won Best Picture at 20. I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even warm.
What?
I fucking know.
I'm so baffled. I don't know what to say.
I'm tired of pretending not to be I'm tired of pretending I'm not a total bitchin' rock star from Mars, and people can't figure me out. They
What?
process me. I don't expect them to. You can't process me with a normal brain. What the fuck?
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What?
Oh, Jesus, okay. Let me try to find some more, because this is gold. Jesus. I think he's more fucking of a specimen than a lot of people. Oh my god. He talked about America's founding fathers.
Oh God.
He says, Thomas Jefferson was a pussy.
Oh my God.
It's been a tsunami of media I've been writing on the Mercury surfboard.
What the fuck is he on about?
Oh my god. This is him on his DNA. I'm different. I have a different constitution. I have a different brain. I have a different heart. I got tiger blood, man.
What?
Oh my fucking god.
What the
On
fuck?
his daily routine, he said, it's perfect, it's awesome. Every day is just filled with just wins. All we do is put wins in the record books. We
Oh my
win
God.
so radically in our underwear before our first cup of coffee. It's scary.
What the fuck?
On whether he owns guns, he said, no, not anymore. They took them all away. That's another subject.
Oh my God.
Jesus. They don't even know what this is for. We work for the Pope. We murder people. we're,
What?
we're, we're vacant assassins. How complicated can it be? What they're not ready for is guys like you and I and Nails and all the other gnarlingtons in my life. That we are a high priest, that vacant assassins, warlocks, boom, print that people.
What?
This is him on his unanswered challenge for two and a half men creator to fight him in MMA brawl. I wish him nothing but pain in
Oh
his
my god.
in his silly travels, especially if they wind up in my octagon. Clearly, I have defeated this earthworm with my words. Imagine what I would have done with my fire-breathing fists.
What? I don't even know.
This is him on Insomnia. The nights I don't sleep, it's because there's a higher calling telling me to stand guard.
What?
On losing custody of his children to his ex, tiger blood will drip from my veins in my quest. Defeat is not an option. She is an absolute traitor, and
What
she
the
must
fuck?
be banished. She will be living under a bridge, toothless and confused.
What the fuck?
Oh god. On the repercussions of him stealing his children, you come into my house and take my children away. There's a storm coming, and it's me.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna try to find a little bit more.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So there's a storm coming, and it's me.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm trying to find. God damn it, this website has ads. I'm entertained as hell. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm laughing. And I'm laughing with the goddesses. I'm laughing with my friends. And everyone is like, well, did they expect that? It'd be like a normal interview. Did they expect to be a conventional and boring and whatever else? No, man. We're shaking the trees. We're shaking
What?
all the trees.
What the fuck?
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Just to see it oftentimes says unknown, but occasionally a giant marquee name comes through on your caller ID, and it's like winning.
Oh my god.
The 5 films I've been offered in the last like 8 minutes, I could entertain. The 14 book deals I've got sitting on the table, I'm not going to be sitting around. Oh god, education. Talk about an education, and then like this. And that's our dad, and we can get all the answers and the truth. Wow, winning, that's how you perceive it.
What?
Oh my god. They're reading about you Okay, give me a second. Never mind. That's okay. All right. I think that's all I could find.
Jesus Christ.
So, what do you think of Charlie Sheen now?
What a specimen. I had no clue that he was like that. Like I said, all I knew was he was a druggie. That's all I knew. I didn't know he was like that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. I think I might have lost brain cells hearing that. Like, genuinely.
Oh, I think he has an epic rant as well. Like, that's not all he's done. I think he's done a fucking rant. If I can find it.
Well, speaking of rants, you might want to go on a rant when I tell you this.
Oh god.
So, GCW, aka Game Changer Wrestling, is having an event come up soon, September 5th. And guess what it's going to be called, Austin?
What?
The Big Gay Brunch.
What the fuck? What? Why?
GCW Big Gay Brunch. It's going to be live on Fight TV September 5th in the Grand Sports Arena, wherever that is.
Okay.
That's all I have about GCW.
I'm just not even gonna. I'm not even gonna.
Well, if you want, we could transition from that to talking about AAA.
Oh god.
And we could talk about AAA Mania, where Austin's golden boy, Kenny Omega, was in the main
Fuck
event.
that piece of shit.
And he defended the AAA championship against Andrade El Idolo. And the internet was blowing up about this match because Ric Flair accompanied Andrade to the ring. And people marked out because Kenny Omega and Ric Flair had a stare down. Ric Flair was even hitting chops on Kenny Omega, and dare I say, he even put him in a figure four. Ric Flair will wrestle again, by God. He said he's going to. So,
oh my fucking god.
Ric Flair versus Nick Gage, anybody? That was fun.
No.
That's what Austin wants. But,
no.
So, apparently there's some things surrounding this. So one thing has to do with Charlotte. So I have a couple things here. So basically, this first thing I'll read comes from the Wrestle Bro on Instagram. He says, "Not sure how true this is. Apparently, Charlotte Flair wanted to be a part of Andrade El Idolo's entrance at AAA Triple Mania last night alongside Ric Flair. She apparently was strongly told no by WWE, and obviously she would be in violation of her contract. So WWE did not greenlight it." And this other thing also goes with it. It says Charlotte Flair was advertised to appear and wrestle at a WWE live event in her hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina last night. But she did not appear. She instead traveled to Mexico and was backstage at last night's Triple Mania event, watching her fiancé Andrade and her father Ric Flair perform on the show. According to Meltzer, this was in the works for quite a while, as Charlotte wanted to see her fiancé wrestle live and support him in one of the biggest matches of his career, along with her father Rick. For whatever reason, though, WWE continued to falsely advertise Charlotte to be at the event in North Carolina to sell more tickets, despite the likelihood that Charlotte informed the company in advance she wouldn't be at the show. Fans that were in attendance for this WWE live event were said to be highly upset, and rightfully so. WWE obviously knew she wasn't going to be there, so why continue advertising her for the show and upsetting fans that paid to see her? Doesn't make any sense. So, Charlotte's causing a bit of controversy with her in WWE. What do you think, Austin?
She's not gonna fucking get fired. She's gonna win 15 more titles.
But Austin, Andrade said on Twitter that he wants his whole family to be in AEW, and that included Ric Flair and Charlotte. Andrade wants them to be in AEW with him, and the fans also keep saying Charlotte's gonna go to AEW.
Dude.
You being our resident AEW expert, I wanted your take.
Nah. I don't get, like, honestly, if I'm being really honest, if Charlotte goes to AEW, I don't care, because I don't care about her now. So, you know.
I mean, it's kind of scummy of WWE to continue to advertise her when they knew she wasn't going to be there. So that's they kind of, in a way, clickbaited the fans. That's kind of scummy to, knowing that she's not going to be at the event, continue to advertise that she's going to be there, and then she's not there. But I don't know why all these people are paying to see Charlotte. I'm pretty sure people are tired of Charlotte, so I don't know why fans are getting so upset that Charlotte's not there for one fucking show. Because you would think the fans would be glad Charlotte's not actually wrestling for once. But I don't know.
I do not know.
I don't know. Everybody was marking out over this Kenny Omega versus Andrade El Idolo match, saying it was one of the greatest matches ever in wrestling, saying Kenny Omega retained, if you're wondering.
I don't care.
And people saying this is why Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in the business, and all that shit, all that garbage, and saying they want to see Kenny Omega versus Ric Flair in AEW for the AEW title, and all that shit. And then, especially with Ric Flair being there, everybody started Ashley Flair is going to be all elite or whatever. So, I don't know. I don't know if Charlotte would ever leave WWE because they treat her so well. So I don't know. Apparently I heard the real reason that Ric Flair got released is because he was pissed about how they were booking Charlotte or something. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I don't know.
But there's also another thing. Andrade got into a bit of a thing with Dave Meltzer on Twitter, if you want to hear about it.
Oh God, what?
So, an account called Dave Meltzer Botches said, "Hey, Andrade El Idolo, did you hear this shit from Meltzer? Kenny was working to have a great match, but basically Meltzer said that because Meltzer is such a fucking Kenny Omega dick rider, he said in their match, Kenny Omega was putting on a great match, but Andrade was only able to put on a good match. Basically saying Andrade wasn't trying as hard as Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega outshined Andrade, and he's a better wrestler than Andrade. Pretty much what Dave Meltzer said. And so Andrade responded to him and said, "That man hates me and will never speak well of me or my fiancé, but all the fans love him for the garbage that comes out of his mouth. I'm a pro and I showed it yesterday, and La Sombra is back to show everyone I'm better than waiting for a stupid star rating." then he put DM in quotations, which stands for Dave Meltzer, and then a bunch of fist emojis. And then Dave Meltzer responded to Andrade, and he said, "Never thought the day would come when somebody would say I never speak well of your fiance. For years, all I heard was how much I praised her. Pays to actually read firsthand." And that's where that ended. So whose side are you on here? Are you on Andrade's side, or are you on Meltzer's?
Andrade, even though I don't like him no more.
Is there a reason you're not on Meltzer's side?
Because he's a fucking Kenny Olivier dick rider. He probably liked the goddamn match where Kenny Omega dry humped that 7-year-old. In fact, you know what? Guess who's getting canceled this week? Dave fucking Meltzer. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
So Austin's canceling him personally.
I'm canceled. I have nobody else, so fuck it. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer.
Jesus Christ. Well, I have a bit of good news, if you want to hear that.
What's the good news?
Will Osprey is back from his injury. Will Osprey returned at he returned on New Japan, whatever event they had, and he claims he's the real world's champion and plans on defending the championship, and calls Shingo Takagi, who is the current IWGP champion, calls him a interim world champion because Will Ospreay believes he's the real world champion.
Okay.
So Will Ospreay.
I also have some good.
Well, basically Will Ospreay is back from his injury, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's obviously a good thing.
What's your good news?
I found the Charlie Sheen rant.
Oh God.
Okay. Let's see if this turns out.
Judge for yourself tonight.
I thought.
His house.
Oh no, this is the same rant. Never mind, that's not it. This is it. There we go. Clicked on the wrong one. Oh, well, there goes Devin.
Charlie Sheen. Rotting dog shit. The fermented puke that is your viscera. You smell the lies. Can you smell the carnage you've created? Can you smell the imposter living within? Can you smell the whimpering, staring child you'll never have the courage to embrace? Can you smell your mother's tears from some distant memory as she stared at her pathetic creation?
So you said this is his epic rant?
Yeah, on Chuck Lorre, the creator of 2.5 Men.
It smells like malaria. If sad and stupid had a foul odor attached, it would be you. Fuck, Ori. You gotta hate that your stage name rhymes with suck. Personally, I find it perfect. Suck and muck. You picked a fight with a warlock.
Oh my! You picked a fight with a warlock? What?
Yep.
Drink, you know you. The drink you can't avoid any longer. How's it taste? How's it feel? Are you whole again? At peace? In love? You are no match for this warlock. My power will consume you every losing day. Let's do a scene, maggot. I speak first. Duh. Me. Are you an assailant? Fuck boy. I'm a showrunner. Me. You're neither. You're an ugly clown sent by corporate fools to collect your fill. Too heartily, loser. Shortly from now, you'll have nothing left. Nothing. How's last night's 2.8 in the demo feel? Ouch. How about last night's 2.6 as well to follow it? Should have gone up. Instead it went down like you on some $4 trollop. Sizzle, losing by.
What the fuck?
You're all nothing shy of traitors. Your irrational egos will be your downfall. Mark this warlock's words. Defeat is not an option.
Moving along now. And
He's lighting a cigarette.
Jesus Christ.
there's been global speak regarding my tiger blood. Yes, it's real. It's as real as me. To avoid any speculation, I will now allow my precious tiger blood to be extracted. There you go. Those who deserve it now possess it. Use it wisely. I trust that you will. As I stated earlier, high treason has occurred. The scales of justice are in a state of radical disarray. Together we must right this infantile wrong. One final note, Sheen's Corner is now for sale as a sports bar. You know where to find me, so I bid you adieu. Stay tuned, good soldiers. I'll see you all very soon on the battlefield. Godspeed.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What the fuck?
He extracted his tiger blood, and people who deserve it have it now.
Oh my god. What the fuck, dude?
Oh my fucking...
Well,
Oh...
we can go from that specimen to a specimen I want to talk about.
Okay.
Alright, so the specimen I would like to talk about, I talked about him before. Mr. Sean's View Entertainment.
Oh god, not again. This is like the third time, Devin.
I might make him a weekly segment at this point, because he's always getting into wacky situations. So, apparently he had something happen. I'm going to read it. He put it on his community post 2 days ago. He said, due to a jealous troll hater or skeptic, my channel was flagged the other day in my live stream due to someone else's doing. It wasn't even my fault. Okay, Snitsky. Someone came to my stream and posted something very inappropriate. So now, there will be hell to pay. And I know who was behind it. The war is on, and it will never end. It's only the beginning. Mark my words. So, then he posted yesterday, are you team hashtag brash, Sean's View Ent, or team jealous haters and trolls? People voted for Team Sean. But then today, 13 hours ago, he put... This is the funniest thing. He put, urgent to all subs and fans. In order to get all my around-the-clock WWE live streams and uploads for WWE news and rumors and more, make sure to please unsubscribe, then resubscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications for my channel. And one last step, turn on YouTube notifications in your account and device. Then you should never ever miss any of my live streams or uploads. So, the reaction to that is everybody in the comments is being negative towards him, and him telling people to unsubscribe and resubscribe. He only lost subscribers, so he kind of fucked himself. So the comment said, this is embarrassing, bro. You've been begging for subs since I was 15. Now I'm 21. People just keep saying, nah, not gonna do that. Fuck that. Fuck this channel. If I could be ever so kind, can I play you one of Sean's rants? Please?
Oh dear god, fine.
I'm trying to find a good one.
Oh dear god.
Oh god. I'm trying to remember. Oh god, this one, god, but this one's like 10 minutes. Oh well, fuck it. So, this isn't current or anything. This is 2017, but This is going to give you an idea of how Sean is and how he is during his rants. And I mentioned this video to you before. This is where he calls out his ex-girlfriends.
Oh, God.
All right. Hold on. All right.
You know something? It's bad enough that
Can
my
you hear it?
girlfriend, or excuse me, my ex-girlfriend Lynn left me and broke up with me. But you know, it's even something when the ex-girlfriends of the past 10, 12, 13 years all of a sudden want to come out of the woodwork and start talking and stop bickering and moaning and complaining and like they're on their period. You know, these are the same ex-girlfriends back in 2007, 2008, 2009. These are the same ex-girlfriends that would message my new girlfriends to tell them how horrible I was. The same ones that would lie, the same ones that would misconstrue, the same ones that would, spin things, the same ones that think they would be perfect, think there was nothing wrong with them, think they never did nothing wrong in the relationship, like everything was all happy and sappy, like everything was all great and fine and well and dandy, like they never did anything wrong, like they're an angel. No, you stupid son of a bitch ex-girlfriends, you come out of the woodwork and you start talking to my ex-girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend Lynn, who I had a kid with, who I had a child with, who resembles me, who looks just like me. And you know what? Every relationship I get into, any new relationship I get into, all these ex-girlfriends, like they usually normally do, they like to interfere, they like to intervene, they like to start drama, even though they're over me, even though they have nothing with me, even though they proclaim they have nothing against me, yet they still try to stir the pot. They try to stir up the drama. Oh, I don't know how Lynn dealt with it for 7 years. I could only take it 10 months. I could only take it for a year. I could only take it for a month. I could only take it for this. I could only take it for that. Mind you, all these girlfriends of the past were the ones that either cheated or left me. So that tells you their character. That shows you their well-being. That shows you their performance. So it's funny that Lynn leaves and breaks up with me. She's with another guy. And now all my other ex-girlfriends are trying to come out of the woodwork, and they're trying to hang out with Lynn, be friends with Lynn. They wouldn't even know Lynn if it weren't for me. They wouldn't even know Lynn if it weren't for Sean's View Entertainment. And for all these ex-girlfriends who come out of the woodwork, you can all kiss my ass. Because you talk about me, you bring me up. I'll tell you what right now. Don't even get in my life. Don't even interfere. Don't even check on my profile. Don't even be eyeing my profile. Don't even be worrying about me. Don't even be bringing my name up in the subject. Just shut your goddamn mouth and mind your own business, because your business is not my business. Because when I got with Lynn all those years ago, these are the same girls that tried to message and IM and MySpace and Facebook and all these different things. You all tried to end my relationship. You all tried to end it before it began. And that was with every girl I got with. All you ex-girlfriends are the same. You're all a bunch of low-life scumbags. You're all a bunch of idiots. You're all a bunch of assholes. You're all a bunch of bitches. You're all a bunch of sluts. Because anytime I get into a relationship, you try to ruin it. You try to scold it. You try to mold it. You try to connive it. You try to manipulate it. You try to turn it. You try to spin it. Well, I'm sick and tired of you spinning my shit. And if you message any girlfriend that I have, I will call the damn cops. I'll call the FBI, ABC, CNN. It doesn't matter what it means to me, because you're not going to get in my life. You're not going to bring my name up anymore. I'm sick and tired of my ex-girlfriends of the past talking to my other ex-girlfriends, and then they're all going to the bar, and they're going to have a fling, and they're going to have a thing, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that, and they're going to say how they were right, and they're going to have all these different things. Maybe you can all get in a car, maybe you can all get drunk, maybe you can go down I-95, and maybe you can take yourself off the fucking junction, and maybe you'll smash the car, and maybe you'll fly off the god. I'm sick and tired of you ex-girlfriends getting involved in my life, putting your nose in my business where it doesn't belong. Shut your fucking mouth, you fucking bitches, because that's what you are, bitches. And then you know what they say about bitches. Bitches end up in stitches. Get your fucking self together and worry about your man. Worry about your relationship. These are the same girls that would leave me for my friend. Friends that I had, best friends, ex-friends. You know what?
God.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But stop butting into my life. Stop butting into my conversation. Stop worrying about me. Any girl I get with, you try to ruin it right off the bat. I don't care who you are, what you are. You know what you've done, and you know what you're continuing to do. So you can go to the bar. You can go to the fucking Alamo Dome. You can go to the fucking sane asylum. You can go and do whatever the hell you want. You can say what you want, you can do what you want, but don't do it on my time, and don't do it with my name, because I'm sick and tired of you bringing up my name. Oh, Lynn left Sean. It's a great day. Let's throw a party. Let's throw sparklers. There's a child involved. Let's go all out. This is a great We were right all along. We knew you were going to leave Sean. I could only stand it for 1 year. I could only stand it for 10 months. Why don't you get a fucking life and shut up? Because I'm sick and tired of my ex-girlfriends getting involved in my business. I'm sick and tired of them messaging my new girlfriends, my new friends. I'm sick and tired of it. And this is a fair warning. Don't get involved in my life or any of the people I talk to or any of the girlfriends that I may have in the future. Do not message, do not IM, do not manipulate, do not castrate. Do not do any of that. You may think that this is a joke. You may think this is funny. You may think that this is just all happy and sappy. You may this is not the first, and I guarantee it's not the last time. But I tell you this right now, don't you ever butt your nose or mind my business ever again. You got a guy, you're in love, you got a boyfriend, you got a man, you got whatever you got a husband, a hubby, you live in a house, 5 cars, big mansions, houses, apartments, whatever it may be.
5 cars.
Shut the F up, because I'm sick and damn tired. I am sick and tired. I'm putting my foot down right now. Bad enough. I'm going through a horrible time. Bad enough. I'm stressed. Bad enough. I'm depressed. Bad enough that I can't see my daughter every single day. Bad enough I can't do any of those things. Okay? But then the ex-girlfriends from 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, they all have to come out of the woodwork. They all have to come out of the basement. They all have to chuckle. They all have to talk. They all have to rant. They all have to rave. They all have to look good. Well, it's not going to look so good when I beat your boyfriend's ass. Because if you get involved with me and you message any of my girlfriend or girlfriends that I may have in the future, it'll be your ass. I guarantee it. And that's the bottom line. Because I said so. I'm sick and tired of you ex-girlfriends getting involved in my business, getting involved in my life, trying to run my life, trying to steer other people in the wrong direction. You are the ones that tried to break me and Lynn up before we even got into erection. You stupid son of a bitch. You stupid bitches. That's all you are, is a bunch of stupid bitches. I never did anything to you after I left you. It was done, it was gone, it was over. And then what did you do every time I got into a new relationship? Every time I met a new girl, you would get on MySpace, you would get on Facebook, you would get on IM, you would get on AOL, you would get on smoke signals, you would send out any message, anything you could. Well, you know what? That stops right the hell now. Stop getting involved in my business, because my business is my business, and you can get the F out of my business, because I don't want a damn thing to do with you. Stop talking about me. Stop bringing my name up. It's over. It's done. The only thing that is not done is the fact that I still have a family with Lynn, and to see my daughter, I have to see Lynn. But to all the other people before Lynn, even as devastated as I am that Lynn left me, even as heartbroken as I am, even though my heart's in a million pieces, to all the girls before Lynn, mind your own business and shut the up. Because if you don't shut up, I will make sure you do shut the up. You understand me? I am sick and tired of you getting involved in my business, saying my name. I am done. It is over. Mind your own business and move forward and move on. So, and breaking news. That's what it's called. Oh, Sean, you should report on.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this one.
On YouTube.com that can end me or put an end to my mouth. There ain't nobody in the history.
I'm trying to find the one where he was talking about child porn. I'm trying to find it. I was dying on that one.
Now, first off, Sean's View Entertainment wants to tell you that it's not going to be a ripoff.
God damn it. Which one was it? Oh my fucking god. It's not that one. Oh my fucking god.
I told people weeks.
God damn it. I'm trying to find the one. Is it this one?
Final say.
No, it's not that one. What the fuck one was it?
So you see, quite frankly, it's very simple. It's very easy.
Fuck, I'm trying to...
You know something? You can come up with all the facts, all the evidence, all the proof in the pudding. FBI, cops, ABC, CNBC. I earned a plaque from you.
I'm trying to fucking find it. He has so many rants, like what you heard. He goes on tirades like that all the time. What the fuck is this? I've never seen this one. Reckless driver tries killing me on the highway. The hate is out of control. Hashtag vehicular assault.
What the fuck?
There's been a lot of messages and there's been a lot of comments coming into this very channel showing where's the rumors, where's the news, where's the updates, where's your opinions. Why are you here?
Why would he put... What the fuck is vehicular assault?
Anymore. Sean, where is the Sean that's
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, I'd love to be here. We have a Royal Rumble coming up tomorrow, but you understand that I'm not...
I'm trying to fuck...
Because I'm building my channel up again. You know what? I'm still a bigger channel than anybody in the AEW.
I'm trying to find the one where he was...
The Cronins,
oh
the
my
JDs,
god.
obviously, you know, in my absence, I took about a year off. I was not here consistently.
What the f... I can't... Oh my god, I watched it like last week. What the fuck was it? I'm trying to find it. I thought it was this one.
And breaking news was. Now, in addition to that, I cover rumors, news, and headline.
God damn it.
They don't want to watch me, they don't want to click me, and then also, I've been blamed for some channels getting flagged and some channels getting taken.
No, it's not that one, god damn it. Do you have any topics you could talk about while I'm trying to find this?
Well, we could talk about what happened to Keith Lee.
Alright, go ahead.
So basically,
oh, I found it. We'll go ahead.
Never mind.
Well, I mean, do you want me to play it or you want to? Alright.
You just talk about that.
Chat or to my GoFundMe, you know, you get a exclusive, uncensored amount of time with me. And I do this to any fan, viewer, subscriber, even hater or skeptic, because I'm all about being interactive.
He did this rant last year.
But it's come to my attention by Dave25 and a lot of others. I've been getting a lot of backlash the last 24 hours about an interview that I did with a guy by the name of Jason D. Now you can find this interview online for yourself. It's all over YouTube. People have re-uploaded it. Now at the time, now you gotta understand, when I do interviews with people, you listen, I look at things from every perspective. When I did an interview with this guy, I didn't think he had a record. I didn't think he had been sentenced. I didn't think he was in trouble. I didn't think he did any of that. He seemed like a regular, typical wrestling fan. Heck, he was even telling me stuff I didn't know about. And I don't research all the people that I interview. Whether you've done good, bad, or indifferent, you know, you always deserve a chance, a second opportunity. But again, going into any interview that I go in with a fan or a viewer or a subscriber, and this guy, he donated to me. All right, he literally donated to me is what he did. And you know, I gotta get into the details here again, because when I interview people, when I bring people on, I bring them at face value. Now again, I don't know these people in real life that I interview. These people are not my friends, except for Dave25. I consider him a friend. You know, Joe Cronin, I consider him, you know, a friend to a degree, because I know them in real life. But this person, you know, Jason D, that I did an interview with, you know, I thought he was just a wrestling fan. But unbeknownst to me at that time, because I don't just pull up court records and police records and jail records and whatever record. I don't pull up records, because I have no record. My record is as clean as a whistle. But I've been getting a lot of hate. I've been losing a lot of subscribers. I've been losing a lot of views, because everyone thinks, and let me just cut to the chase here. This person, Jason D, I don't know his last name, Jason Dowering, I don't know his last name. He seemed like a good kid. Well, good guy, because he's an older guy. I call him kid, but... Anyways, it has come
That's
to my
ironic.
attention, and now everybody thinks I'm the one doing this. Again, I wasn't privy to the fact. Before we did this interview, I did not know what was going on. I didn't know what he was about. I didn't know that he had a record. Okay? And again, I know everyone's used to me doing storylines and angles and antics, but the proof is online for anyone that wants to search his stuff. I guess the guy, this older individual, this older man that I did an interview with back in November, was in possession of child pornography. Now, listen, that's a problem in itself. That's sick in itself. But now everyone's thinking that, oh, Sean's, a friend of this person. Sean's close to this person. Sean goes over this person's house and looks at child pornography. And Sean knew all about this. And Sean and him are very, very close. And Sean and him go online and they do this, that, and the other. Are you freaking insane? I have a daughter that's closing in on 5 years old. Do you think I would want, you know what, and if anyone, any cop or FBI or CNBC wants to check out my laptop, I don't have child pornography on my laptop, on my desktop. I don't have any of that crap. As a matter of fact, my laptop is failing. I actually have to go and buy a new one. But I'm not the one that was in possession of child pornography, and I'm going to cut all ties. I am going to blacklist this Jason D. Because again, going into this, had I known he was, I don't know if he's a child molester or if he had pictures on his computer. I don't know what the story is. All I know is this was brought to my attention by Dave25. But everyone thinks that since he did that Jason did this, that I do this, that I'm going along with it, that I'm a friend of his. First of all, he's millions and millions and millions away from me. He's millions and millions and miles away from me. He's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours away from me. Now, I know in the interview, he did talk about meeting me one day and flying out there. But at that time, I did not understand what he was about. I didn't understand what he did. He never told me what he did. He didn't give me the facts, the evidence, the proof. But now it's all coming on to me. Everybody's blaming me. Everybody said
why
that.
Would he? Why would he though?
People are saying that I'm the one that gave him the child pornography. Now let me tell you something.
Pause. I need to.
I did not understand.
Okay. Hang on. It's like nobody's telling him he didn't tell me the facts. He didn't tell me what he did. I mean, I don't think that's something you put in a regular conversation. I mean, it's sickening. I think, like, if you're talking to someone normal, you obviously don't, like, what...
But he didn't give him the facts, the evidence, or the proof, Austin.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Like, why would the person that is sick in the head tell you the sick in the head things that he does?
I don't know.
Why would he go up and tell you that?
Because when you talk to Sean, you need to provide the facts, the evidence, and the proof. Oh my god.
He was about. I didn't understand what he did. He never told me what he did. He didn't give me the facts, the evidence, the proof. But now it's all coming on to me. Everybody's blaming me. Everybody said that it's all my fault why he was in possession of child pornography. People are saying that I'm the one that gave him the child pornography. Now let me tell you something. He got in trouble for this back in 2008. YouTube didn't even exist to me in 2008. I didn't even make a YouTube. Yes, YouTube was around in 2005 by PayPal employees. But I wasn't even on YouTube in 2008. I didn't even know this guy in 2008. I didn't even know this Jason guy until 2019 when we did that one and only interview. And again, going into that, he didn't tell me that he was in possession of child porn. And at no time have I ever done that in my life. Yeah, I have done some controversial storylines. I have done some questionable antics. I have done outrageous things. But that was to get me over. Because WWE, the Attitude Era, they did boisterous things. They did R.
Jesus Christ.
He's comparing storylines in the Attitude Era. Just keep doing this whole situation in the fucking Attitude Era. Oh my fucking god.
Because he had to put himself over like the Attitude Era.
What's next? Is he gonna blame his fucking his fucking girlfriends leaving him from the fucking ruthless aggression era?
I have done outrageous things, but that was to get me over, because WWE, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, they did outrageous things. They did boisterous things. They did R-rated things.
It wasn't just... it wasn't just that. He did too, Ruthless Aggression Era. He did...
Oh my god.
Why?
His questionable, outrageous things that he's talking about to get himself over is showing his penis in a video on YouTube and then deleting it and then later saying it was CGI. That's one of the questionable things that he did. Another outrageous thing that he did, like the Attitude Era, was he faked having an injury, so he was in a wheelchair.
Oh, hang on. When he showed his penis on stream, did he say choppy?
No, because the reason was because somebody said. So one of his viewers said that he had a that he had a deformed penis, so he took it to heart apparently. So he records like a 144p quality video of himself, and he pulls his pants down. He was like, you want to say I have a deformed penis? And he pulls his pants down. He's like, it looks perfectly normal to me. And then he deleted the video, and then people downloaded it and started putting it all over Pornhub. And then later people confronted him about it, and he said he said it was CGI like you see in the Avengers, is how he defended it. He said it was fake. It was a storyline. It was CGI. It wasn't real. It was a computer generated penis.
Even if it was, it still got him flagged and taken down off the internet.
Oh, well, he claims that he gets flagged all the time, but his channel never goes down. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ.
X-rated things. They did controversy creates cash. But never at any time, and again, I think everyone deserves a second chance. But when it comes down to child pornography, that is a very, very, very big deal. Now, I know the haters and the trolls are going to come out in drones, and they're going to blame me, and they're going to call the cops, and they're going to call CNN, and they're going to call DCF. And you know what? Go ahead, go do that, because I didn't do that. And once you call them on me, I will sue you. Your IP address will be found. I will make sure that any cop that comes to my door that calls me, because I didn't do it. This wasn't me. I am not this person's friend. This person is about 30 or 40 years older than I am. So
why were you calling him kid at the beginning?
Not only what this guy did, but now everyone's saying that I did it along with him. Motherfucker, this was in 2008. This was in 2008 that this person did this. I didn't even have a YouTube channel in 2008. So if you want to connect what he did and I did, you're saying that we did this together. You said we collabed this together. The only thing I'm doing is bringing awareness to the situation that I'm cutting all ties with this person. I will never give an interview to this person. I will never have him interview me ever again. Now, yes, is it true he paid money to interview me, much like a lot of other people have done? Yes, because I'm giving you an uncensored time. I'm giving you all the time in the world. You know how when you call it the Joe Cronin show or anyone or anybody else's show, and you only have a little bit of time to talk.
The
But when you're
Joe
doing it to
Ronan.
me on
You
GoFundMe
should have said the
or
Joe
on my Super
Ronan
Chat,
show.
I give you all the time in the world, one-on-one, uncensored, unfiltered. But when you're talking about someone that has child pornography, now again, I don't know what he's done to kids. I don't know what he did. It's out of Texas, and again, everyone thought it was me. Everybody thought it was me, and I am not going to take that crap, because at no time, I have a daughter. I'm a father of a child. This guy, to my knowledge, he doesn't even have a child. I would never risk having child porn in my computer. And the fact that anyone was sick enough to say that I was in with him, I was in it with him to do child porn. Remember, in 2008, I wasn't even on YouTube. I didn't even know this guy. I didn't even do an interview with this guy until last year. And again, I was not privy to it. So I am innocent until proven guilty. This guy is guilty because he did it. And even though they're saying it was moderate, and even though, he has to update his picture every day or every year or whatever it is, again, I've never been in jail. I haven't been caught for anything because there's nothing for me to be caught over. Again, it's one thing to look at a guy, that's shirtless, because we watch all shirtless guys in the WWE, but I don't look at pictures of kids that are...
No. He's not comparing CP to watching WWE.
Oh my god.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way he just said that. That's so fucked. That is so fucked. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Like, I don't do that. I don't do that. Yeah, when my daughter was born, she came out of my girlfriend's you-know-what, and, I saw my daughter naked because she was a baby. Any guy sees their baby naked. Okay? That's the only child that I've ever saw that, because when you're pregnant, I don't even have to go, this is ridiculous. If you want to call the cops. All right? Because I'm not going to take the blame for what he did. He's the one that's on the list. He's the one that's made the list, okay? I ain't going to take the crap for that. Oh, Sean, you're his friend. You're closer to him. You and him go online and you download child. Well, I want proof and evidence that I've done this. I want proof and evidence. Because you're going to go sinister and sick on me. You want to do that to me? You want to say that I did it when it's him that did it? His profile's online, guys. His profile's online. I didn't do a damn thing. He comes from Texas. I come from Massachusetts. At no time was there an exchange. At no time was there a trade. I am not into that. I'm into Pornhub and RedTube and people that are over the age of 21 years old. The only naked people I look at are girls that are over the age of 21 years old, because that's the legal age. That's the legal age to drink. But the fact that people are coming on here and sending me death threats and want to send people to my door and call the cops and the FBI, that ain't no lie. I am not going to take the rap for this, because I didn't do this. I wasn't about this. I would never do this. And you people that are saying that I did this along with him in 2008, when I didn't even have a date, when I didn't even know this guy, when I never even talked to this guy, I only talked to this guy one time only, and that was when we did that interview. So for anybody out there that wants to say that I was coerced into it with him, that I was tag teaming along with him, you are a sick son of a bitch, and I'm going to sue you for slander. I might have said that in the past as a storyline, but I'm telling you right now, anybody else that comes on here and says that, oh yeah, Sean, you knew about him, you knew that he did this. No, I was only aware of this between last night and today. I was made aware that this guy had possession of child porn. But the thing about it is I wouldn't even have brought this up. But the thing is, you're pinning it on me. You're saying that I did it. You said that I was tag teaming along with him. You're saying that he was my best friend, that he was my compadre, that he was my other half, that I was gay with him. You are sick. And I'm going to bring each and every one of you sons of bitches to court for slander and defamation of character is what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to have me and Dave25 monitor the comment section. As a matter of fact, I am going to get the police involved myself. Because I have nothing like that in my computer. Nothing like that. Listen, I've done things, I've done antics, I've done storylines for entertainment, whether it was entertaining or not. But what has happened here, this is not entertainment for me. This is not entertainment for me, not by a long shot. I'll be damned. I will be damned. I will be damned.
That's just how it ends. Oh.
What the fuck, dude?
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God. Wait, you could pay. Can you still pay him for interviews?
He put a hold on, let me go to his channel. So he put on his community tab, he put a phone number. It says call in, then the phone number, doing a few off-air calls with fans. So he has like a number you can call.
Do you think we can get him on the podcast?
Maybe. I mean, he's doing such. Yeah, I mean, he streamed 3 hours ago about CM Punk and AEW because he doesn't talk about nothing else. He did a video talking about the Royal Rumble for some reason. I don't know why. Oh,
We need to
God.
get him on the podcast.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, you can imagine why I was dying laughing the first time. All his rants are like that, where he just says stuff like that, that it's like, why would you say that? Like, literally, he's sitting there talking about child porn, and he said, the only time I ever seen a child naked is when my daughter was born, and every man sees their child naked. It's like, why are you even saying that, bro? Are you gonna sit there and say, oh, this guy had child porn, and yeah, I've done outlandish things, but it was like the attitude era and the ruthless aggression. I had to put myself over. Controversy creates cash. It's like, why would you even say that? Like, why?
Oh God. Dude.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Dude, how much do you think we can get for? How much do you think we could pay for Charlie Sheen? Do you think we could get Charlie Sheen?
I mean, do you think he would do it?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I mean, the last film he did was on Crackle, that streaming service. So.
Oh, I think getting Sean would probably be more realistic, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Let's get Sean first, and then we'll see about Charlie Sheen.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
if we can get Charlie Sheen on this podcast, it would be legendary.
Oh my God. I don't even know what I would
My
say
goal
to
is to get
Sean.
either Charlie Sheen. My goal is either get Charlie Sheen or Scott Steiner on this podcast at one point. We have to. We have to.
One of my goals.
At least one of them.
One of my goals is to get NNA on this podcast.
Oh my God.
By the way, NNA is doing the LeBron EXE videos now. He just did a Space Jam 2 Happy Meal video.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he claims he's going to be fighting again, so there's that. Oh my God. Did you have any topics you wanted to bring up now that I made you sit through that?
Before we do any more topics, we should probably do Stranger Things, because we're probably going on almost 2 hours now.
Jesus Christ. Alright, let's get to Stranger Things then. Alright, time to talk about Stranger Things. This was
Season 2, Episode 5, Big Doug.
Yes, sir. Interesting episode. it's building up more and more and more and more as the season goes on. We got episode 7, we got episode 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we got 4 more episodes left of season 2.
Yeah.
Let me go back to my Netflix. You motherfucker, Netflix, what are you doing? Stop. I don't know why it's... First of all, it's on the wrong episode. God, I should have had this fucking ready. Okay, go back to episode 5. Okay, so... Wow, it's not even fucking telling me... Hold on. Alright, so... Episode 5 starts off at Will's mom's house. The last episode ended on it where Mike came over and... basically to talk to Will and say he knows about the shadow monster or whatever. So, this episode opens up at Will's mom's house. And she's looking around at... Now, because now we saw what her and Hopper were doing with Will's pictures in the last episode. Now it's around the whole entire house. And we see that Mike stayed over at Will's. And we see him talking to Will about what he's feeling. And Will's all sweaty and talking about the mind flare, basically. And how he can feel what it feels and see what it sees and stuff like that.
Are his palms...
What'd you say? You're cutting out.
Are his palms sweaty?
His shirt's sweaty. Looks like, you know how Brody Lee would have like that sweat on his tank top. It's awesome with the lame Eminem joke.
Oh, God damn it.
But then we cut to where last episode, like the last scene of the last episode, where Hopper went into the Upside Down, and we see him looking around, and he notices the vines and stuff moving, and then Hopper gets attacked by the vines, and then the portal into the Upside Down that he came through closes, and then we get the opening credits. Then we pick up with Jonathan and Nancy arriving to a motel. They walk in, and the secretary's sitting there not really paying attention, and they walk up, and they're kind of looking at each other like, should we ring the bell? So they ring the bell, and she doesn't say anything, it doesn't move, and then they're like, we want to get a room. And then she's like, do you guys want a single or a double? And I mean, Austin brought this up. They did like a 60s like kind of like satire joke where they're like awkwardly looking at each other, and they're like, we'll take a double or whatever. And so then they get the room, and they're laying in bed, and then they start talking. They show that they still have their cuts on their hands from when they made the blood pact in the first season. And then Nancy starts talking to Jonathan about like what happened between them, and like we only seem to hang out when some bad stuff's going on, or like when the world's ending. And she says it feels like the world's ending, and then she like asks what happened between them, and Jonathan's like, well, Will needed me and you were with Steve, so. And then Nancy just is like, turn the lights off. Then we cut to Mike and Will waking up, like doing an Undertaker sit-up because he just had like a dream. Basically in his dream he said he saw Hopper in the Upside Down, that Hopper is in danger. And then we cut to Hopper crawling around, and he finds he has 2 different paths to take, and he takes the one, and we see he drops a cigarette, and that'll come into play later in the episode. Then we cut to Lucas eating breakfast with his family, and he asks his dad what he does when his mom is angry or upset at him because he's thinking of what he should say to Mad Max. I'm starting to get the idea that Lucas and Mad Max are going to be like a thing, like couple or whatever eventually. But it seems like it, but I could be wrong. But
maybe.
But he basically tells her that. I mean, he basically tells Lucas that he apologizes and then gets his mom whatever she wants or whatever. And then Lucas leaves and is like, "Oh, I'm going to hang out with Dustin," but he's really going to try to talk to Max. And then we cut to Dustin's house, where Dustin's mom is looking for the cat, Mr. Mew Mew or whatever, and she is outside calling for him, and Dustin obviously hasn't told her about anything with Dart and the fact that Dart kind of ate their cat. So Dustin makes up like a fake phone call, like he's talking to the neighbors on the other side of town, and basically to get his mom out of the house so he can get Dart out of the house. And so she leaves to go help look for Mr. Mew Mew, and then Dustin gears up with a bunch of like goalie gear or like the umpire gear from like baseball game or like hockey goalie gear, and he basically puts a trail of bologna slices from his bedroom where Dart is all the way out to the doors that lead to the basement. Like it's like imagine like you guys probably know those doors where like you have to go outside and then open doors and go down into the basement. Like it's one of those kind of basements or cellars, whatever. So Dustin has to run out of the house, and his run kind of looked funny. Then he goes out to the shed and waits for Dart to come out, and Dart follows the path of the bologna, is eating it, and then Dart gets to the cellar door and stops, and then Dustin's just watching him, and then Dart turns around and like roars because he knows where Dustin is. So then Dustin has enough of being scared, so he runs out and fucking hits the shit out of Dart with the hockey stick down into the cellar, and then slams the door shut and is like I'm sorry. And then we cut to the semi pulling down the road, and it's this random truck driver driving 11 to her mom's house. And so she walks up to the door and knocks, and the lady's like, so I don't want whatever you're trying to sell. So then 11 uses her telekinesis to open the door, and then she walks in and sees her mom and walks up to her and says, it's Jane or whatever. But her mom is like still, catatonic or whatever, talking crazy. Then we cut to Jonathan and Nancy going to this conspiracy theorist guy. Well, like whatever kind of guy he is, he's trying to help them figure out. Well, he was trying to figure out what happened to Barb, basically. And so they arrive there, and they want to show him the tape of what the people at the lab said. And then he starts showing them all the like different timelines and paths and every possible outcome that could have happened to Barbara and all that. And Nancy tells him he has the timeline wrong and stuff. Then it cuts to Max being dropped off at the arcade by Billy, the asshole, and says if she's not back in an hour, she has if she's not outside the arcade in an hour, that she has to walk home. And as soon as she walks in, and the game she wants to play says out of order, and the guy running the arcade says, we do have another machine in the back. So she takes Max to this room, and inside Lucas is sitting there. So basically the guy did a favor for Lucas because Lucas promised him a date. I don't know with who, but promised him a date. And then they're both in there, and Max doesn't really want to talk to him, but he sits her down and says he apologizes and basically explains to her everything that happened in the first season. And while he's doing that, we cut back to Will, who's still drawing. I don't know how all his fucking crayons and stuff didn't run out with making all those pictures, but basically they're trying to figure out where Hopper is. And then Bob arrives home, and then at first Will's mom tries to get him to leave because she does not want to see what's going on. And then she realizes that he could help them, so then she tells him no, he's not allowed to ask any questions, just to go along with it. So basically, like, he at first is kind of like, why don't you just tell me what's going on? Like, you can talk to me. Like, Will looks very unwell. You look unwell. Like, just tell me what's going on. And then he thinks the whole thing is a game. But then, like, his genius kicks in and he starts, like, recognizing shapes and stuff. And then it turns out that what Will was actually drawing wasn't the mind flare. Particularly, it was actually a map of Hawkins.
Yeah.
And so then we cut back to Hopper, who's still looking through the Upside Down, and he gets into this big room where there's a lot of bones and dead animals and stuff, that all shit that the Vines have been getting and shit. And then Hopper sees this one part where the Vines are, and he notices when you put fire up to the Vines, they act like they're hurt. So he decides to rip off a piece of his clothing or something and put it on like a bone, and then he makes a torch and then tries to like dig through the wall. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do. If he was trying to dig out of the Upside Down, I don't know.
I feel like that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Then it cuts back to Dustin, where I think he was burying the dead cat. And then he's trying to contact Mike and Will and Lucas. He's saying, guys, I need your help. I have a code red. And he keeps saying it, and no one answers. And then Lucas's sister, what was her name? Started with an E, I think.
Erica.
Erica. And she basically tells him to shut up, and then turns off the walkie-talkie. And then we cut to where, I don't know what the chick's name is. The chick who takes care of Eleven's mom, I don't know what her name is, but she sits down with 11 at the table, is trying to ask her where, well, she knows her as Jane, because that's technically what her real name is. We found that out in the last episode, that 11's real name is technically Jane. And so she's trying to figure out where Jane's been all this time and what happened, because she has no idea about Papa taking her and all that. So, but she really doesn't, 11 doesn't really talk about it, and then she basically asks, like, what's wrong with her mama, and then she notices, like, the lights acting weird, and she follows a path that leads all the way to her mom, and the lady thinks that it's just the power, because it's been something that's been happening for a while, but 11 knows that it's her mom trying to talk, because I guess her mom also has telekinesis, I guess, or she has something like 11's to where she can do weird stuff like that and talk to her in the fucking void that for some reason always has fucking water in it on the floor. And then the way she can tell that Mama is trying to talk, because she has the nosebleed like 11 gets when she uses her powers.
Yeah.
So then we cut back to Bob helping them find out exactly where Hopper is. And eventually they're able to figure out, and Bob gets a rough idea of where it would be. Then we cut to Dustin going over to Mike's house, and Mike's dad answers the door, and he's asking if Mike's home. He's like, no, Mike's at Will's. And Dustin's like, oh, well, no one there's picking up. I tried to call. And then, so Dustin leaves, and then Steve pulls up because Steve's trying to get back with Nancy, but he doesn't know that Nancy is gone with Jonathan. And so he pulls up and sees Dustin. He comes out with a thing of flowers for Nancy, and then Dustin's like, are those for Mrs. Wheeler? And he was like, yeah. And then Dustin takes them, and Steve's like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like saying Nancy's not here or whatever. And then Dustin like he asks Steve if he still has the bat with the nails in it, and Steve was like, yeah, why? And he was like, I'll explain on the way, get in the car. And then they get in the car and pull off. And that's the last time we see them in this episode, I think.
Yes.
Then it cuts back to Hopper, as I think the air in the Upside Down's like making him weak or whatever. And
it's killing him, basically.
Yeah, and then like he's laying there, and then the vines start to wrap themselves around him, eventually taking him over. And then after we cut back to Lucas and Max, and Lucas finishes explaining everything, and then Max just thinks he's joking and is laughing it off and is acting like a bitch, and Lucas keeps trying to tell her he's serious, and that like Max starts like openly talking like out in the arcade about what they were talking about, and Lucas like gets mad and covers her mouth and is like, stop talking, you're going to get us killed, like he's dead serious. And then she tells him to prove it, and he was like, I can't. And she was like, you expect me to trust you? And he was like, yeah. So I guess all of a sudden she trusts him again. And then at that moment, Billy pulls up to pick her up, and she's like, don't follow me out, because Billy doesn't want her talking to Lucas for whatever reason. And so they get ready to leave, and Billy's like, I thought I told you not to talk to him or whatever. She's like, oh, it was just a one-time thing, I'm not going to talk to him anymore or whatever. And then he's telling her that she's lying, and they start arguing, and then they pull away, and then Lucas walks out after. Then we cut back to Jonathan and Nancy playing the tape for the guy that's not said what his name is, I don't think. Then they're asking him what he thinks, and he starts drinking vodka and putting music on, and Nancy's getting impatient, but he says it'll help him think, and Nancy's just like is acting really impatient, and he basically tells her that like that is evidence that could put them down, but the problem is like he believes them, but they need to make the world believe them, and that's the problem. If they try to tell the world what they've seen and the evidence, nobody's gonna believe them. So then eventually he figures out that they have to do it in a way that's relatable to the public, and not necessarily tell them everything, but tell them enough to where they'll believe it, and then that will get them taken down, basically. So then we cut back to the laboratory. We cut to the laboratory people, and basically one of the scientists tells the main dude that we seen in the last episode, basically tells him about the dirt in the Upside Down or whatever, and they're like, basically this is like the normal dirt, and he's like, yeah, and he's like, then we came across this, and they put fire under like the last test tube that has dirt in it, and it starts swirling like a tornado, and basically that's part of the mind flare. And I'm guessing the lab people don't know about the mind flare.
No.
Then we cut back to a lady cutting this cloth so Eleven can put it over her eyes to go into the void and talk to her mama, so she does. And while she's in there, she walks up to her and says, it's Jane, I'm home. And then Mama looks at her, and then it transitions to like when Mama was pregnant, and then like 11 sees everything that happened to her mama and why she is the way she is now. And basically what we see is her pregnant, and then her giving birth her seeing the baby, and then we see Papa as one of the surgeons, and next thing you know, she wakes up and the baby's gone, and basically the lady that's taking care of her was there, and she was told that the baby didn't make it, basically, then that the baby wasn't breathing and all that, when in reality Papa took her, and she knows that, but nobody would believe her, so they thought she was crazy. And then we see a little later on that she got into a safe, got a gun, went to the laboratory, went in, shot a security guard, and then saw 11, I think, in the kids' room.
It was 11, yeah.
And basically was saying, that's my daughter, that's my daughter. And then the laboratory people got her, strapped her to a bed, and we seen Papa, and they basically electroshocked her. I don't know if it fried her brain or not, or whatever, but... So, basically, we see certain things in this flashback that relate to the words that she's saying, like rainbow, and then, like, 2 to the left, which is what she put it on the safe, and, like, sunflowers, and which was in the hospital and stuff like that. So what she's saying sounds like crazy person babble, but it's, like, different things in different scenes of the memories that you notice. And then it shows her nose bleeding. And then it cuts to Bob, Will's mom, Mike, and Will driving out to where they think Hopper is. They get Will's mom and Bob get out of the car, and they go to where Hopper was digging on the farm, and they find the vines covering up the portal. So they get the vines out of the way, and they go down into the Upside Down. Meanwhile, Will and Mike are just standing there pretty much. Then, next thing you know, a bunch of the laboratory vans pop up. They just pull in, and then we see Will's mom and Bob looking around the Upside Down for Hopper. So then the cigarette that I was talking about earlier was an important part of this scene, because they find Hopper's cigarette, so it tells them which path to take. Then they find his hat, and then they find Hopper all, like, tangled in the vines and stuff and dying pretty much. So they cut him out of the vines with a knife, and then the laboratory people come in and they're telling him to get out of there. And then we see that the laboratory people start burning the vines. Well, apparently the vines must have something to do with the mind flare, because then Will starts feeling everything that the mind flare feels, and he starts, like, spazzing out and does this really weird face.
Yeah, that fucking last shot is actually, like, the funniest shit. I'm not even joking.
And then that's how episode 5 ends. So, yeah. That was season 2, episode 5. Up next is... Hold on, let me go to it. Episodes and info. Stranger Things. So we go to... Episode 6, which is... God damn it, stop, fucking Netflix. Which is... The Spy. And the description reads, Will's connection to a shadowy evil grows stronger, but no one's quite sure how to stop it. Elsewhere, Dustin and Steve forge an unlikely bond. So yeah, we only got 4 episodes left in season 2 before we move on to season 3 afterward. But yeah, so overall, a great episode. There hasn't been a bad episode of Stranger Things, so I'm looking forward to the next episode. I like all the character development. It's moving things along, and I feel like you've seen this, so you know, but I feel like it's getting to a point where they at the end are gonna like fight the mind flare or something like that. So it's gonna be a final confrontation with the mind flare or something. That's what they're building up to. Or like somehow they're gonna need like 11 to fight the mind flare or something. I don't know, but I thought it was a good episode.
It was a good episode, yeah.
Austin did say that now, whenever he sees Sheriff Hopper, he always thinks of the Gucci Gang Hopper dance.
Well, speaking of Gucci Gang, I really think we should listen to, since we talked about Charlie Sheen, I think this episode we should listen to Drug Addicts by Lil Pump, featuring Charlie Sheen.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Alright, so, what did you say it was called?
Drug Addicts by Lil Pump.
Well, just so you know, I hate Lil Pump's music, so...
I do too, but it just has Charlie Sheen in it. So I want you to see what Charlie Sheen looks like now.
This ain't gonna get us copyrighted, is it?
I don't think so. Okay. Go.
Oh God, there's Charlie Sheen. I mean, he looks... He certainly looks like he's on drugs. Or was on drugs for a really long time, and it took his effect on how he looks. But...
yeah.
God, Lil Pump is so fucking bad. How does he have 17 million subscribers? Like, he is one of the worst rappers I've ever heard. Like, what the fuck? Like, why, man? Did you hear his fucking feature on the KSI song, the What's Poppin' or whatever it's called? Like, it was one of the worst verses I've ever heard. Like, this is so bad. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I don't...
Is this video? Charlie Sheen seems to be having fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. What the fuck is this? Oh my God, someone said 2.5 pints. Skit? Or skirt? However they say it. Oh God, Charlie Sheen looks so bad.
I know.
Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, I'm done listening to this. It's over anyway. Garbage. Absolute garbage.
Oh, man.
Well,
can't believe we got Charlie Sheen fucking...
like, that was actually so bad. Like, I can't stand Lil Pump. His music is awful. He doesn't know how to rap. I don't understand why he's so popular. I don't understand how people listen to that.
His neck has Ebola, and his wrist got Corona. Remember on What's Poppin'?
Yeah, I remember No Life Shaq reacted to that first, and when Lil Pump said my neck got Ebola, No Life Shaq was like, bro, your verse got Ebola, and he said it was trash because it is trash. Because Lil Pump is trash.
Oh, God.
Lil Pump is fucking garbage.
What do you think of Smoke Perp?
Never heard one of his songs, but judging by his name, probably sucks.
He was in the same song of What's Poppin'. Or fucking
Oh,
Poppin'.
then he's trash too.
I'm thinking of Jack Harlow, sorry. He was the other feature.
Well, I kind of forgot. I guess I'll go on with my next
KSI
topic.
defends it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. But do you think you can defend this, Austin? WWE will finally kill NXT.
Why? Why are they killing NXT?
Hold on. That's so fucking good. I'm taking a bite of my peanut butter fudge that I'm eating. So, this article comes from Deadspin, so I don't know how accurate they are. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. But, so they talk about baseball, football, basketball, hockey, golf, soccer, the morning after, wrestling, lists, tennis, fights, Olympics, racing, poker, and locker, whatever that is. So this article is by Sam Fells. It's called WWE Will Finally Kill NXT. This came out a couple days ago. It says, surprise. Turns out Triple H will no longer be calling shots in NXT. The article reads, I guess the folly for all of us was thinking that the NXT we loved could last a long time in the world of WWE, if the reports are to be believed. I have to admit that I'm biased. While Daniel Bryan was the reason I started watching wrestling again, NXT was the reason I became such a huge fan. But it's starting to sound like NXT is gone forever. In my darker moments, I probably already knew that to be the case, but seeing it in black and white is always a killer of hope. Over the weekend, WWE announced yet another host of releases from the NXT ranks, which we talked about last week. The biggest names were Bobby Fish and Bronson Reed. Fish didn't really have a place after the breakup of Undisputed Era.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. Why would you not bring up Mercedes Martinez in that list? Fuck Bronson Reed. No, fuck Bronson Reed.
Because according to this guy, I guess she wasn't a big name.
Go fuck yourself. You piece of shit.
Well, Bob Fish didn't really have a place after the breakup of Undisputed Era, while the other three members either moving on to new paths or possibly up to the main roster in Adam Cole's case, or possibly going to AEW. Fish wasn't quite as much of the institution to that faction, or to NXT as a whole, thanks to myriad injuries that kept him out during the group's unmatched run. But it was still jarring to see any member of UE, the most popular and dominant faction that NXT has ever had, just simply let go. So the quote for this article comes from good old your buddy, your pal, Dave Meltzer. And the quote is...
Great! Fuck this motherfucker.
This comes from Wrestle Purists on Twitter. It says, Dave Meltzer quoted a WWE source on the changes happening in NXT. The quote is, no more midgets. No one starting in their 30s. They want people who can be box office attractions and main characters. So, it says, Reed was even more curious, as up to a couple weeks ago he was NXT's North American champion and just had a match with Adam Cole, which pretty much cements someone at the top of the card. Having a match with Adam Cole doesn't cement somebody as a fucking main eventer. Like, what the fuck? he'd even had some dark matches on the main roster, which at the time was seen as something of an audition for promotion, and now he's gone. What was really disheartening about the reports of these releases was word that Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, and Shawn Michaels were not the ones making the decisions. It was Vince McMahon and his cronies, who almost certainly had barely watched NXT and certainly didn't get it when it was good. In a lot of ways, NXT changed forever, and not for better. When it was extended to 2 hours and moved from WWE Network and onto Cable USA Network, in a first strike against AEW's Dynamite. For years, the 1 hour format kept the stories clean and tight, and the show felt packed, and it wasn't a huge commitment to keep up. Whether you watched it live or on your DVR, finding the time for just an hour-long show was easy, because of how full it was. Everyone and everything felt important, and it moved things along. Scroll down a little bit here. This guy's talking about the history of NXT. While McMahon might deride AEW as not competition, that couldn't have been the prevailing emotion when he shifted NXT to cable at the same time as AEW's Dynamite on TNT, and it failed miserably, with AEW beating NXT so consistently and so heavily that NXT receded from the fight and moved to Tuesdays. But the move to cable and expansion to 2 hours meant more filler and more WWE-style storytelling that didn't always make sense. And on cable, NXT's intimate setting looked more rinky-dink than Lucha Underground, especially as it aired simultaneously against AEW, which was broadcasting from various arenas.
Jesus.
Perhaps there was no clearer indication of where NXT was headed than the pivot to their current champions, which is unfair to Raquel Gonzalez, a fine performer and a growing personality, but both her and Karrion Kross are the kind of big monsters with lacking characters whom McMahon has always preferred. NXT has lost its edge or personality.
Yourself.
So, Kross is a monster that doesn't have character, also.
This guy who wrote this article is probably a fucking simp for goddamn. Probably simps for the fucking AEW women's roster. Weehoo! Weehoo!
NXT had lost the edge or personality that made it stand out. It was the indie show that somehow ended up on the WWE Network. But when AEW came for the mantle of indie show on mainstream TV, WWE didn't respond by trying to out-indie AEW with NXT. It made NXT more like WWE, which is what drove fans to AEW in the first goddamn place. So this guy is definitely an indie wrestling mark and an AEW mark. Definitely.
Go watch your fucking Marco Stein versus goddamn fucking...
Oh, you're gonna hate this.
Nick Gage in a barbed wire thumbtack death match, you fucking prick.
Oh, you're gonna hate this, Austin. Kross, especially, is a perfect illustration of where NXT is now and where it was. Kross is basically if you took Aleister Black and removed everything interesting about him, but swelled him up like Bane.
Alright, what's this guy's name?
God damn it, now I have to scroll all the way back up. It's Sam Fells. Now I gotta find where
Sam
it was.
I hope you have a injury that forces you to stop fucking writing
Jesus Christ.
fucking goddamn articles. I hope AEW gives you a brain aneurysm. I hope you're the reason that TNT will finally shut down that god-awful company.
You're not gonna like the rest of this paragraph.
Oh, Great. You might as well just fucking say it so I can slam this guy.
Alright, so whereas Black was a gothic kickboxing hell monk who really did feel like he came from the great beyond, Cross's character and in-ring style barely pause at any of that. He gets the entrance and the valet in Scarlet, but it all feels like play acting versus Black's persona as a real-life apparition from the dark. And his actual ring work feels more like brawling than actual martial arts. To put it bluntly, Cross is boring as shit.
This motherfucker did not just fucking say that. Nah. Go watch your prissy prancing fucking Twinkle Toes Omega, who's a fucking goddamn child predator that they're covering up, you piece of shit. Nah, fuck you.
Oh my god.
Go watch your Hikaru Shida matches. Go watch your bullshit fucking goddamn John Moxley. Go watch your fucking out of shape Chris Jericho, who looks like he came from Dunkin' fucking Donuts. Fuck you. Nah.
Oh my god. How's he gonna say Cross is boring as
Go
shit
watch!
and then praise AEW for taking the title of indie on TV?
Go watch Chris Jericho fall through the cardboard again, goddammit, and then come back and tell me who's fucking boring. Goddammit.
Go watch a fucking Young Bucks match that's the same match every time and tell me that that's not boring.
With 15,000 fucking super kicks and goddamn
destroyers.
1,700 fucking goddamn
Flips.
Canadian destroyers.
Oh man. The funny thing is,
Don't you fucking even say Cross is boring. At least Cross has a fucking different goddamn match every time he has a match. You watch a Young Bucks match, it's the same fucking thing. It never changes. Never.
I don't get how he says Cross is boring. Is he not
And
seeing what he's doing with Joe right now? Like, it's good shit.
I don't know. But the fact, I think this guy's on fucking Dave Meltzer's payroll. They're both drooling over the fucking Elite right now. They're not fucking understanding what real wrestling fucking is because they're dumbasses.
I mean, to be fair, he did
my
post the
fucking-
Meltzer quote in his article, so, I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly. He's on Meltzer's fucking payroll. There's no doubt about it. No fucking doubt. Go drool over AEW and stop making fucking articles. You dipshits.
Well, funny thing is, when I started reading this article, I thought it was just going to say what was going on with NXT, but I didn't expect it to turn into another Austin AEW tirade.
God fucking damn it. Every time, Devin. Every time.
Well, this article's not over yet.
Great.
But, he said, Cross, though, is easy to get. And at first, he can pop off the screen thanks to his size. And that's what WWE has always been about. But it wasn't what NXT was about. You get the feeling that although Triple H is a company man through and through, he actually watched other wrestling companies and appreciated them. He realized there was room for more than just what he did in WWE and what WWE has always done. That the art form could take many shapes, and to hear that he's not even getting a say in who is being let go and may be removed from NXT altogether is truly sad. Now it sounds like it'll just be true WWE minor league, grooming performers to fit the WWE style whenever they get to Raw or SmackDown, which is exactly what its fans didn't want, and why they're watching the other companies more and more. Triple H got that, Vince doesn't, but there's only one winner in a fight with Vince McMahon, and it certainly isn't
It's
the
not
fans.
Vince. This is something that a lot of people don't fucking get.
And that's the
It's
end of the
Nick
article.
Khan.
Yeah, I actually
It's
saw that
Nick
today.
Khan.
It's Nick Khan. Like, he's the one that told Vince to release all the people because he gave him the idea of budget cuts as a business plan that'll help Vince.
Exactly. It's Nick Khan. It's not fucking Vince. I do think that Vince is not the greatest owner, but I could give Vince this one. It's not Vince. It's Nick Khan.
Well, apparently Sam Rells thinks it's Vince.
So, because he's a dumbass who drools over Kenny Omega matches with Dave Meltzer, his little butt buddy, that he quotes every time he fucking has a goddamn article, and he thinks Cross is boring. Fuck you. You probably think that John Cena versus Roman Reigns is going to be a 1-star match, you prick. You probably think that.
I'm gonna
go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna look and see what other articles he's written.
Well, I guess since we already on the fucking topic, I forgot there was somebody who got canceled this fucking week. Matt's Caster.
Oh god, wait.
Let's play the clip on why he got canceled.
Is it because of the reason he got suspended, or is it something else?
Yeah. I'm just gonna. It's because of that. Here, this is gonna. Here's the clip so you people can hear. This is the clip. It's loading. It will fucking load. Come on.
Oh god, I have to read this Sam article. Oh my god.
God damn it, it's load. Okay.
And he got suspended for that.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long he got suspended for.
I don't know. He unfollowed AEW apparently, and he removed all the mentions from AEW. So he might not even got suspended. He might have just got fired.
Damn. Oh, but if you remember now, because of this, we found out that Tony Khan edits AEW, and now he's gonna edit Dark Elevation, Austin.
I do gotta be completely honest. The fucking Duke something one. Apparently that guy's a rapist,
and
that's why that's pretty fucked. But like, besides the other things weren't that bad at all. Like,
yeah.
But that's who got canceled this week. So there you fucking go. Well, next, do the fucking other goddamn article. It's probably gonna get me pissed off.
So this article was posted today, August 13th. Or wait, is today the 13th?
Oh, wonderful.
Or
this
was a couple days ago, but this is his most recent article. This is this is by Sam Fells, same guy who wrote the last one. We are about to enter the end of the beginning in wrestling. Rampage, CM Punk, and Bryan Danielson could spell trouble for WWE, is what this article is called. I'm not subscribing to this newsletter. Don't even give me that offer. So Sam Fells writes, wrestling has been here before. Everything is cyclical in the business. Everyone comes back, stories pop up again, and reference what came before. It's a never-ending soap opera. So the idea of being on
Fuck off. Nope, no. No. Fuck you. I hate people who call this a soap opera.
It's a never-ending soap opera.
I don't care. People who say that need to think about what they're doing with their life.
Oh, it's gonna take us a while to get through this article. I can already tell. Oh my god.
Keep going.
Alright, I'm taking a drink of water. So the idea of being on the precipice of something, I don't know what that word means, of something at least resembling a sea of change in the world of big-time professional wrestling is familiar. Some 20 years ago, WCW took its run at WWE, and for a brief moment actually stood atop the hill. Oh god, here it goes.
No, you're not gonna say this.
What AEW's aims exactly are, or the barometers they will use to judge those aims, are never going to be crystal clear. But what is clear is that over the next few weeks, very big things will happen. And by the time it's over, AEW very well could stand as more than just an alternative. Or maybe just being such a flashing, screaming alternative will be enough. That's one of the things we'll find out. And that's the first paragraph. Oh god. It starts tonight when AEW launches its second TV show, Rampage. They'll obviously have something planned for the first show, but the very fact that in just about a year and a half, Turner thought so much of the company and its first show, Dynamite, that it granted them a second show is a level of legitimacy that was hard to picture when this all started. So AEW has legitimacy now, Austin.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh my god.
What's next?
It also says something that while Rampage won't be on directly against SmackDown, the confidence to schedule it on the same night is noticeable. Also, the 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start time gives it something of an after-show quality at some club after the big arena show, which we all know ends up being the better concert anyway. That's the second paragraph. But next week is where things really get interesting. WWE will be running its go-home shows for both SummerSlam and the NXT TakeOver the following night. SummerSlam is being billed and run as a second WrestleMania and was supposed to be something of a celebration of getting out of the pandemic. Hasn't really worked out that way thanks to the knuckle draggers amongst us. But it's still on a bigger scale than most every SummerSlam before. The upcoming TakeOver might be the last we see of NXT as we know it. That's the third paragraph. Oh, but Austin, it gets better. But simultaneously, AEW will be kicking into fifth gear for a run into its biggest pay-per-view, All Out, capped off by whatever is going to happen on August 20th at the United Center. The second Rampage being labeled The First Dance. Let me set a possible scenario. Dance. Yeah, that's what they're calling episode 2 of Rampage, The First Dance.
Go die in a fire, Tony Khan.
Let me set a possible scenario for next Friday. SmackDown goes off the air with the big Roman Reigns John Cena stare down or something adjacent. Fans eagerly flip the channel, and the first thing that they hear over what is assuredly going to be a ravenous crowd that might actually be frothing at the mouth is the opening riff to Cult of Personality. I don't know that AEW will do it that way, and I don't know that they'll have much choice given the expectations, teases, and outcomes if they don't debut CM Punk, not just that night, but at the very second. And it would shake any discussion of SummerSlam clean off the Etch-a-Sketch.
All right.
That's the fourth
paragraph. For one, Samuel. I don't know how young you are. I mean, you're talking about Etch-a-Sketches. So you must be in fucking the first grade. So you've gotta understand that your little fan fictions that you're writing here probably won't happen, and if they do happen, you're to blame for this ungodly situation. Now, I don't know if your 6-year-old mind can comprehend this, but there is consequences to your actions. So you can't be making articles like this. I mean, I know that like your E's are probably backwards in the articles. I don't know if Devins can probably back me up on that.
Wait, what was it that's backwards?
His E's are probably backwards because he's in the first.
Well, they're actually not, but
awesome. You could have at least backed me up there. What you don't understand, Mr. Samuel, is you need to just like stop at this point. I mean, at this point, you might be a little brain dead. I don't know. I don't know. But you just need to stop watching your Kenny Omega matches. Go be like Samuel Shaw, a better Samuel, but not too much better, because he did have a storyline where he was obsessed with his mother sexually. So maybe be like a little bit that, because you're fucking dumbass. I don't know. Either way, go fuck yourself, and I hope you do not have a nice life. Go watch SpongeBob and eat your Space Jam 2 macaroni and cheese that you got from Walmart yesterday. Now, go watch your anime productions. Next. Let's go
on. Paragraph number 5 reads, "And it should go down like that, or even if Punk is just revealed next Friday, it will be one of the bigger shots fired at WWE in some time. Here will be the top..."
Alright, hang on.
Wait.
Hang on. Samuel, put down your crayons. Turn off your Cars 2.
Oh my god. Cars
and watch
2.
some real and watch some real wrestling. If you really want to know what to watch, I want you to watch Stone Cold versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And then come back. Then tell me. Now put down your goddamn Etch-a-Sketch and your little mini pinball machine that you have, and stop playing with your SpongeBob toys and just watch some actual real wrestling instead of talking about CM Punk going to AEW. Okay? It's past. Let's see. What time is it? It's midnight for me. It's past your bedtime. Go to bed.
Oh my god.
Go on.
He will be the top dog on the eve of what's supposed to be the biggest show of the year. And AEW will be the talk of the industry. WWE will be...
Okay, hang on.
I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I said it, I knew that was going to happen.
Talk... Okay, I don't know what you and your little embryo friends don't understand, but you are not the only wrestling fans out
His Rugrats friends.
Okay, so I don't know what you're doing playing with Angelica, watching your goddamn fucking Reptar and fucking doing shit like that. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. But you need to understand your little circle jerk of friends is not the talk, is not the industry. and it's certainly not going to be the talk of the industry. Now, put down your fucking Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner Power Hour, and fucking put down your fucking lollipops and ice cream and watch some real wrestling. You piece of shit. Go on.
Okay. WWE will be rolling out Cena and Goldberg and all the bells, whistles, CGI, and pyro for SummerSlam, and most of the conversation will be about another company. And if that's not a glove slap and the expectation of a duel, I don't know what is. That's the fifth paragraph.
Samuel, Mr. Samuel. I think I need you to just go to the playground and just play on the swing for a bit.
Oh, you're gonna hate
Don't
this.
fucking. Well, you know what? Just go on before I go.
But he put a little parentheses here after that. He said, it is here I must note that it is a little funny how WWE is derided and berated in some circles for bringing back Cena to face Reigns and not being able to move on from his past, while AEW is widely lauded for bringing in Punk, who is all of 2 years younger than Cena. But such is the way things work in this business.
Okay, Samuel. You obviously don't understand anything, and you're obviously younger than the first grade. You're probably 2. Go watch your goddamn Aldo's World and shut the fuck up, because I'm gonna tell you right now, AEW has Sting, motherfucker. Sting. That man's in his 60s. In his fucking 60s. So, I'm trying to be nice here because it's obviously you're the younger fucking age that you don't understand what this is and what you're even typing about. I don't even. You need to just go back and watch your fucking Doc McStuffins and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, because you obviously can't watch wrestling with a straight goddamn face. You obviously think it's all comedy and shit and goo goo gaga, and fucking go watch your goddamn Boss Baby, you fucking piece of shit.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, there's still way more of this article.
Alright, keep going.
From there, it is only another 2 weeks until All Out, when conceivably Punk will actually make his in-ring debut. And there's a chance that Daniel Bryan / Bryan Danielson might as well.
Samuel, you're pissing me off now. You're pissing me off now. I don't know how tiny your brain is, but you need to actually face the fucking facts.
Oh my god.
CM Punk is not returning. If you think that, get some help, or get potty trained, because you probably need it. Now, go watch the Wiggles and stop fucking doing shit like this.
Oh my fucking god. What the wrestling world will look like on September 6th. It could be anything. Or after AEW's show at Arthur Ashe Stadium on September 22nd, when Bryan is widely rumored to be debuting. Well, will AEW be pulling in bigger numbers than WWE ratings-wise? Certainly Raw is within its range already, and the fall is when Raw generally goes in the tank anyway. Thanks to Monday Night Football and WWE's reluctance to put much effort into it only to have everyone watching football. In certain demographics, Dynamite was already scoring in the same neighborhood, maybe just town, of SmackDown. Though in overall numbers, it's nearly impossible to compete with a show on network TV. What will fans do about Fridays with two
Samuel.
shows on the same night but not the same time?
Samuel. Okay. Mr. Samuel, turn off your Teletubbies. And I need you to actually fucking listen to me for once. I hope you're watching this video, because you're obviously underage drinking. I know you got that vodka in your sippy cup.
Oh my god.
So, you need to calm down about this AEW conspiracy theories. I've been down that road. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be on the fucking Ronda Rousey side of things. You just need to calm down, drink your apple juice, even though we know it's not apple juice, and watch your goddamn fucking Rugrats the movie. And,
Oh my
just,
god.
You know, sit down in your high chair.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's also the question of saturation. As long as NXT stays on the USA Network, the 5 shows per week on cable TV. Oh, that's 5 shows per week on cable TV. That's a lot for anyone. Perhaps that's one reason WWE wants to gear change NXT. But will fans get burned out? What will they turn away from if they do? Raw, obviously. AEW can't afford any more slip-ups, like the exploding barbed wire death match, or Matt Hardy being clearly concussed and continuing the match. But WWE can't look as staid and complacent and lazy as it usually has, either when such a vibrant choice is just down the dial, especially these next few weeks. And it'll look more acute whenever Daniel Bryan shows up.
Hang on. Samuel, I know you think Daniel Bryan's cute. You're a child. You can't be doing that. You're gonna get him to catch a case.
Jesus Christ.
You obviously, when you watch AEW, you obviously just like the colors. It's obviously just colorful for you. It's like shaking.
I mean, he did say it was vibrant.
It's exactly. It's like shaking keys. So, if you really want that vibrant, colorful style, go watch PBS Kids. Watch your Arthur.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Watch your
PBS
Caillou.
Kids.
Watch
Oh my god.
your ice cream sandwiches, and go play with your Mr. Potato Heads. And stop watching wrestling.
Jesus Christ. It'll look more acute whenever Daniel Bryan shows up, because all he's looking to do at the end of his career is have cool matches and tell good stories. And flipping to AEW is him stating that's where he felt he could do that better than WWE. That is an awfully big piece of street cred.
Alright. You obviously heard that word off of Sesame Street. So you cannot be saying that. You need to go fucking watch your goddamn Steven Universe and your fucking We Bare Bears on card. Actually, go watch your Teen Titans Go, because we know you watch that, and we know you watch your Total Drama too. So, you need to calm down, stop watching wrestling. You're obviously not fit for it. Go back. I mean, you can't really fit in much because you're obviously a toddler. So, go have a temper tantrum and watch your goddamn King Olivier do his ballerina dances, because I know you just want to do that because you're a fucking imbecile and you're a child. So I can't obviously say that you're an imbecile. So I'm gonna take that back. But you're a child. So maybe we should call some child protective services. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But this is obviously not a good situation. Where are your parents? Where are your parents? Where are your parents?
This article's almost done. There is no slaying WWE. It is too ubiquitous, too much of a global brand. It will always be, no matter how plain and boring and predictable it can get. It is the Foo Fighters. AEW will always be the cult band, always doing more interesting things with a legion of dedicated fans who follow it to the end of the earth.
Hang on. Samuel, are your parents in the cult? Are your parents in the cult? Is this why you're talking about it's the cult fan? You can't be doing. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. It might taste good, but don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't join the Dark Order. Don't do that. Don't do the floss with Marco stunt. It will end you.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, with AEW will always be the cult band, always doing more interesting things with a legion of dedicated fans who will follow it to the ends of the earth, but it won't play at Wembley Stadium. That's okay. Tool sells out arenas, but if there was ever going to be a true change, next month we will see it. And that's the end of this article.
Okay, Samuel, you obviously got dropped when you were a kid. And you still are, so you obviously got dropped when you were very young. Younger than you are now. You probably still listen to Lil Pump, so there's that. You probably listen to Drug Addicts featuring Charlie Sheen. You probably fucking dance to that shit, you weirdo. You have mentally destroyed my brain cells, and I think you've only done that because you have done. You need to go watch Open Season, and you need to just stop, watching wrestling. Maybe go play some Minecraft. Maybe you should go fucking goddamn watch A Bug's Life or Toy Story and have fun with that. Go play with your Action Man and your fucking G.I. Joes.
God, he does so
Go play
many
with your fucking
articles.
What do kids play with now? Slime? Play with the fucking slime shit. Are we done with his articles? Because I don't have any more kids jokes.
Yeah, I mean, you could follow him on Twitter at Fellsgate or SamFells27.
Alright, cool, I'll block them both.
I gotta save this in case he writes any more fucking wacky articles. Wait, does he have any discussions? No, he does not. Does he have any saved articles? No. He only has 23 followers. Don't you have more followers than him?
Yep.
He has 23 followers on Deadspin.
To be fair, I'm also followed by Mikey Whipwreck and Crowbar, so I'm followed by wrestlers too.
Also, he doesn't follow anybody. So there you go. I wanna see what's on his Twitter. What does he do on Twitter?
Well, as much as he was like dick riding CM Punk and Danny Bryan, you would expected him to follow them at least.
Yeah. Well, that was his followers on Deadspin.
He probably hasn't learned. He probably hasn't learned to follow anybody because he's so fucking young.
Okay, so on Twitter he has 3,616 followers.
That's 3,000 delusional people that follow a child. You're following like a 1-year-old. Hope you guys know.
Yeah, his
Well,
Twitter
we
is
could talk
fucking
about
boring.
we could talk about Keith Lee if you want to explain that situation.
Basically, the real reason came out of why Keith Lee was gone for months, because everybody was saying, oh, WWE's keeping him off TV, oh, they're going to release Keith Lee, oh, Keith Lee's unhappy, this and that. And it was also the same reason why Mia Yim was off TV. So basically what happened was Keith Lee, I think, got COVID or he got sick. And what happened was he had heart inflammation, which, if you don't know what that is, basically it makes it to where your heart grows. Like, it swells up. And you can die from that. So Keith Lee legitimately almost died. Like, for real. And the reason Mia Yim wasn't there is because she was obviously taking care of her fiance, and I don't think they're married yet, but
No, they just got engaged this year. Sure.
But so yeah, Keith Lee had that going on. He almost died, and then now thankfully he's healthy. But he literally could have died this year. We could have lost Keith Lee this year.
You could have lost Keith Lee, which is a sad thing to think about.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad he's healthy now. Hopefully nothing comes back or anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that can come back or not.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. We don't need to lose another wrestler.
No, we don't. I mean, I guess it would suck because we've lost a good bit of people. We've lost Paul Orndorff, New Jack, Brody Lee, like Kamala.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, dude.
And a lot of others.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad Keith Lee's alright.
Yeah. Glad he's healthy. Well, on that note, do you want to tell me why Nova hasn't slept?
He fucking, I have not even looked at his shit. Let me go to Twitch. Hopefully my phone's at 8%. I need to charge it. I didn't know my battery was that low. Fucking Sam killed my battery with them articles. Come on, Twitch, fucking load. God damn, Twitch is taking forever to load. What the fuck? Uber Hexer Nova. Come on, Twitch, for fuck's sake. We're being so shitty. Oh, Nova is live right now.
Oh, God.
And what do you think he's doing?
GTARP.
Well, if it would load, I could tell you what he was doing. Buff Sizz, no pixel. That's what he's doing right now. I'm trying to go to his fucking page. Ow. My fucking arm just cracked. Videos. Why is Twitch so fucking bad?
I don't know why it's always so bad for you. It never takes me that long to get going. I would do it, but this is your segment, so...
Recent broadcasts. Okay, so let me go to 7 days ago. He streamed. By the way, if you're curious, it's all been GTA RP. So, 7 days ago, 8 hours and 53 minutes. 6 days ago, 9 hours and 30 minutes. 5 days ago, 9 hours and 52 minutes. 4 days ago, 11 hours and 34 minutes. 3 days ago, 11 hours and 8 minutes. And right now he's on 4 hours and 36 minutes already. So that's why Nova didn't sleep this week.
Well, unless anything
Fuck you,
else,
Nova.
I have one more topic.
So do I.
Okay, well then you do your topic first.
So, this is something I've seen a lot of people talking about. I've seen it on Instagram, I've seen it on Twitter. So for some stupid fucking reason, I don't know why, but they decided in the new Batman comic, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be, that now apparently Robin is bisexual.
Oh, we gotta do the specific Robin. It's Tim Drake Robin.
What's the fucking difference?
Well, one is Dick Grayson, who becomes Nightwing.
Okay.
One is Jason Todd, who becomes Red Hood.
Mhm.
And the other is Tim Drake.
Okay.
And there's also one that's Batman's son.
Jesus.
His name is Damian Wayne.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is why I don't get into fucking superhero shit. It's too fucking confusing. But my question is, why does he need to be bisexual? Why?
Because diversity.
Fuck diversity. Fucking, like, why? Why does he need to be bisexual? What? It's like how they made, for absolutely no reason, they made SpongeBob gay. Like, why? What is the actual point
Against
of
the
that?
creator's wishes. Against the creator's wishes.
Like, what?
David Hillenberg wanted him to be asexual.
Yeah, and he's probably rolling in his grave because of that. Fucking.
Now, don't forget the Patrick Show and fucking Camp Coral and shit like that, so.
Yep. But, like, I mean, I've seen what both of those shows look like, so I could tell you about those shows. Oh, man.
Oh, I've watched both of them.
Yeah. But, why? What is the reason for this? Is what we mentioned a few episodes ago, like, about the whole Child's Play thing, where the character's gonna explore his sexuality, and, like just other stupid shit like that, where it's like, I don't understand why it has to be in stuff. Like,
I feel it should be this way. Everybody should be able to interpret whatever they want about a certain character.
Mm-hmm.
If they want Tim Drake to be gay, or bisexual, or whatever, pansexual, what the fuck ever, whatever, then let them think that. And let us, if we want SpongeBob to be asexual, let us think that. If they want Papa Smurf to be trans, then let people think that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe people, instead of just forcing it, maybe have people interpret it.
Yeah.
Then actually, doesn't that sound better?
Yeah, but they're not gonna fucking do it that way. Like, it just,
I know.
They made my problem with it. Like, I don't have a problem with the actual thing. Like, if I don't have a problem with people that are gay or bisexual or anything, it's just the way they put it into media and stuff that we watch. Like, a lot of times just makes no sense. There's no reason for it, and it just comes off as a forced agenda, and that's why I can't stand it. It's not that I don't agree with it. It's not that I have anything against people who are like that or that are into that, whatever. It's just like why it's unnecessary. Like, and it's forced agenda and cultural appropriation and all that shit. That's all that is. And it makes me mad, honestly, because like it's just it's dumb. It is so dumb. It really is. Like, I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think it needs not that it doesn't need to be in shows. Like, you can have like the way you go about it, like it's not the way that you should do it, because it feels forced and it makes people not like it that way. When, especially when it's something where like you have a well-known character like SpongeBob who's been around for over 20 years, and you have a character like Robin who's been around since like the fucking 60s or maybe even earlier. Like, you have, when you have characters that are like that have been around so long, like, and I get, it's a different Robin and whatever, but still, it's like, why now, all of a sudden, does Robin need to be bisexual? Why, after being there for 20 years, all of a sudden, SpongeBob is gay? Like, what is the purpose? What is the reason, besides putting your fucking agenda out there and trying to fucking appease certain audiences? And like, it's bad. It is honestly bad, and I personally disagree with it. And if people don't like my opinion, that's fine. But like, I just think it's fucking stupid. It doesn't make sense. It feels forced, and it's unnecessary. And it makes it like feel like they're trying to put that in there just so they can say, or just so they can make that audience happy, or just so they can say, hey, look, we have a bisexual character in our show. We're culturally appropriate. We're genderly appropriate. We're sexually appropriate, or whatever the fucking term is. Like, it's just, it's bad, and I strongly disagree with it. Like, and like I said before, like, your message shouldn't be, oh, Robin's bisexual. You can have Robin as bisexual without sitting there saying, look guys, in this new comic, Robin is bisexual, oh my god, and put it on Twitter. Like, what you should do is, Robin could be bisexual, like that Robin could be bisexual, but you reveal it in the show. Why wouldn't you want to have that as part of like a storyline where you get people invested in the comic and the show or whatever, and then it comes out, you have like an emotional moment where Robin comes out as a bisexual or whatever, and then it like, and it has importance to the story, it has weight on the character. Why can't you do it that way? That's what I don't understand. And that's what gets me so mad when you have these types of things in media, is because they, instead of doing it the way that they should do it, they tout it in their tweets and Instagram and everything. Like, we have this in our show. Look, we have diversity in our show. Look, we have transgenders in our show. Look, we have bisexuals in our show. Look, women's empowerment in our fucking movie. Fuck you, Black Christmas 2019. But like, it's all feels forced when they could have that in the story, or have that for a character, and make it feel important for the story that they're trying to tell. But they do it the complete ass backwards way. Now, to you, Austin, do you, what way do you think is better? Them fucking saying that, oh, look, we have this in our show, by the way, this character's bisexual, so there's that. Or would you rather see it where you actually watch the Batman show or read the Batman comic and you get invested in the story that's going on, and then it just so happens that Robin comes out as bisexual, and it's a really hard thing for him to come out and say,
rather
and
the
it,
latter.
yeah, and it affects the story and it affects the character rather than just saying, hey, Robin's bisexual. Just want everybody on Twitter to know that because we know people are going to talk about it and it's going to get people talking about our show. Like, you're getting people to talk about your show and that character for all the wrong reasons. But do you agree with what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that just makes me mad, and it because I like shows, like I like when I can get into shit like Stranger Things, and I like when I can like get into shit like horror movies and movies in general and stuff, and then you just have where they blatantly fucking just put agendas and shit, and it makes you like stuff even less because like it would feel so much better if you watched the show and that stuff came out in the show, in something you're invested in that you care about. When you announce it on Twitter, that doesn't make you give a shit about the show. That saying Robin is bisexual, that doesn't make you want to watch the show. It just makes you sit there and go, why? Why this random change to the character that feels unnecessary? Like the same thing with SpongeBob. Like, SpongeBob is different because with Batman you can have dark and serious, but with SpongeBob it's obviously a kids show and it's not ever meant to be serious ever. So to have SpongeBob as gay makes no sense because you can't even look at it in a perspective as, well, what if they in an episode made it a thing that's really hard for SpongeBob to come out as, but it wouldn't make any sense for the show because the show itself does not deal with any sort of serious topic like that. So the whole entire thing just makes literally no sense. Like, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. And yeah, pretty much.
Like, and I mean, you can disagree with me, that's fine, but that's just what I think of the whole thing. That's just how I see it, and that's how I would do it, rather than just saying, hey, by the way, SpongeBob's gay. Hey, by the way, Robin's a bisexual. Just to let you guys know. So yeah, there you go. Like, that doing it that way doesn't make sense, and it literally just screams to me like, hey, look, we have this in our show, so we know this will make this audience happy. Like, your show, this is what I think. Your show shouldn't be, your show and your characters shouldn't be about trying to target every specific audience. Like, your show shouldn't be about trying to target or appease one culture or one race or one sexuality or one gender, one whatever. Like, your show should try to appease to everybody. Your show should be for everybody, not blatantly saying things just to get a certain audience to watch your show. Like, your show should be written well enough, acted well enough, built well enough, whatever. Like, it should be done well enough to engage people into the show, get them invested, get them watching, no matter who they are, and what they do, and what they're like, what they choose to do with their life. It shouldn't matter. You should be getting people to watch your show based on the show, not based on characters' sexuality and characters' traits, and, well, not traits, but characters like races and shit like that. Like, you should not try to get people to watch your show based on that. Like, what sense does that make? You like, why would you want to get people to watch your show based on whether somebody's gay or not? You should get people to watch your show for your show. Like, there's no reason to sit here and have forced agendas and forced messages in your shows, when what you should be doing as the creators of the show, as the creators of the comic, whatever it is that you're doing, that should not be your number one concern. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what it is that you're trying to include in your show, whether it be sexuality, race, whatever, gender, whatever, like, regardless, at the end of the day, none of that matters. Because so what if Robin's bisexual? So what if a character's gay? So what if a character's this race? So what if a character's this gender? At the end of the day, none of that's going to matter if the show itself isn't good. None of that's going to matter if you don't put your time and effort and your care into the show. Like, none of that matters. So who cares if fucking people hate on your show because, oh, you don't have any gay characters? Who gives a fuck? Like, it's your fucking show. You don't have to appease to everybody. You don't have to do that shit. You should get people to watch your show based on the show that you're making, based on the creative idea and vision that you came up with, not based on what everybody else thinks, not based on trying to be culturally appropriate with everybody and everything. You're just ruining the show by doing that.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb, and I don't understand why they do it. And I'm not saying that the new Batman comic or series or show, whatever it's going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be bad because of that. I'm just saying it makes me look at it and go a little... It makes me look at it and go like, why would they sit there and say Robin's bisexual? Like, why would they do that? Like, you should let people find that out in the show as part of the story, like I said. But I don't know. It just feels like they're trying to get clicks and eyes on their show by saying, hey, look what we did to this character. This character has this sexuality. Look at this. And it's just pandering and pushing an agenda, and I hate it so much. But that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got anything else you want to say about it, but that's what I think.
You were kind of spot on, honestly, about it. So I'm probably just gonna go to the next topic.
Alright.
Which is the last topic, I'm pretty sure. KSI might get his second channel deleted, which
Maybe.
sucks ass.
Perhaps.
He got 2 copyright strikes recently for something to do with child endangerment in his videos.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's dealing with it, and it really sucks. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I seen him post about it. It was either on Twitter or on Instagram, and he said this is ridiculous. Second channel might be gone soon, and I don't know if there's really anything he can do about it. I don't know, but it sucks. Is that the channel that he does all his Reddit videos on?
Yeah.
That fucking sucks ass, dude. Like, why?
I don't know.
I don't understand what about his videos is it registering as child endangerment.
I don't know.
Like he doesn't even like put clips in his Reddit videos of anything happening to kids, so I don't even understand where that comes from. Or there's not like stuff, at least because I mean he mostly just does Reddit videos on there, and in the Reddit videos it's not like there's anything with children. There's not like any, and if it's endangerment in terms of like, oh, this content is too graphic for kids, I mean literally all the content in the Reddit video is KSI. Literally his Reddit is nothing but roasting him, making edits of him. Like literally that whole channel now is just like KSI and KSI memes. Like, so I don't understand how any of that is child endangerment. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I do not know, honestly.
Like, I don't get it. If his channel gets taken down, that fucking sucks ass.
Yeah. Well, I think that is it for the What the Fuck podcast this week.
Yeah, this was a long episode.
Yeah.
Fucking- But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode of the What the Fuck podcast. We'll wrap it up here. Next week will be, well, I'm not sure about the podcast next week because I'm going on vacation next week to South Carolina. So we're thinking of recording the episode early so we could still be able to get it out Friday. So we'll see what happens with episode 17. But do stay tuned for Stranger Things Season 2, Episode 6. And, yeah, whatever else we come up with for episode 17. Who knows, maybe we'll have another fucking Sam article to read. Who knows?
Oh dear God.
But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the What the Fuck podcast, and we will see you all next week.